Imagine a visitor arriving from a place we've never been. It's carrying secrets from a star system light years away. Now, that sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But it's happening right now. So let's dive into the story of our solar system's newest, and by far its strangest, interstellar guest. Say hello to 3I/Atlas. And no, this isn't just another run-of-the-mill comet. This thing is a visitor from way beyond our solar system. And the more we study it, the more it seems to just rewrite all the rules. The central mystery is actually pretty simple. It's just unlike anything we have ever seen before. So, what is it that makes this object so incredibly special? Well, it all starts with where it came from. See, this thing isn't one of ours. It was born around a totally different star, and it's been wandering through the lonely dark of the galaxy for an almost unimaginable amount of time. Just so we're all on the same page, an interstellar object is a true cosmic nomad. And 3I/Atlas, it's only the third one we've ever been able to confirm. It follows that bizarre cigar-shaped object Oumuamua back in 2017, and then the more, let's say, normal comet 2I Borisov in 2019. That's it. It was first spotted by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, that's ATLAS for short, down in Chile. And from the very moment they saw it, astronomers knew they were looking at something that, it just didn't belong here. But where it came from, that's really only the start of the mystery. The first big clue that makes 3I/Atlas so incredibly weird isn't just its origin story, but its incredible, almost unbelievable scale. Scientists didn't just find it interesting. They immediately slapped it with the label Major Anomaly. Why? Because it completely shatters our models of what we should be finding out there in the dark between the stars. It just doesn't fit. And this number is the reason why. The estimated mass of its nucleus, the solid, icy core of the comet, is a staggering 33 billion tons. That is orders of magnitude larger than any other interstellar visitor we've ever seen. And here is where you can really see that scale in context. I mean, look at this. Compared to Oumuamua and Borisov, 3I Atlas isn't just a little bit bigger, it's in a completely different league. It's also moving way, way faster, and its path has a much higher eccentricity, which basically means it's following a more extreme escape route. It is just screaming through our system, and it is never coming back. So here's the crucial point. According to everything we think we know, finding something this massive, this early in our search for these objects is just wildly improbable. It's kind of like finding a blue whale before you've even found a goldfish. This statistical anomaly has scientists just scratching their heads. But the mystery doesn't just stop with its size. Okay, its sheer scale is baffling, but what it's actually made of, that's just as strange. And to figure that out, we pointed one of humanity's most powerful tools right at it. Yep, the James Webb Space Telescope aimed its incredible instruments right at the comet. Now, it didn't look at the solid nucleus, but at the coma. That is the huge cloud of gas and dust that's boiling off its surface as it gets closer to the sun. You can think of the coma as a direct fingerprint of what the comet's core is made of. And the results? Well, they were shocking. The gas coma is overwhelmingly dominated by carbon dioxide. I mean, look at that ratio. It's about 8 parts carbon dioxide for every 1 part water. It's absolutely drenched in CO2. And that right there is what makes it so alien. Comets from our own solar system are usually really water-rich. This bizarre CO2-heavy cocktail is a huge clue that 3I/Atlas must have formed in a completely different kind of star system than our own. Okay, so when you've got an object that is way too big and has a bizarre, unexpected chemical signature, you can bet that some big, speculative questions are going to start getting asked. Given just how strange this whole thing is, Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb and his team put forward a really provocative idea. What if its anomalous characteristics could actually be consistent with a piece of extraterrestrial technology? A probe or a spacecraft disguised as a comet. And that is a hypothesis that absolutely captured the public's imagination. But it is absolutely crucial to hear the counterpoint from the broader scientific community. NASA's Tom Statler put the consensus view pretty simply. Despite its weird properties, its behavior is fundamentally, cometary. The evidence is overwhelmingly pointing to this thing being a natural object. So, while the evidence says it's not an alien ship, what it is might be just as exciting. It shows all the classic signs of a comet. We've detected familiar stuff like cyanide and nickel in its coma. The leading theory is that it's a dynamically old comet, basically a relic that's been wandering the galaxy for an incredibly long time. It could even be over 7 billion years old, which would make it older than our sun itself. So we have this ancient, bizarre visitor right here in our cosmic backyard, but it's not sticking around for long. Let's take a look at the brief journey it's taking through our system.
Here's a quick look at its itinerary. So after it was discovered in July, it makes its closest pass to Mars in October. That's also when it hits perihelion, its closest point to the sun. Then, in December, it's going to make its closest approach to Earth before heading right back out into the void.
And that's really the key takeaway here. This is a very fleeting visit. We have one chance, and one chance only, to study this incredible object before it disappears back into interstellar space, and it's likely gone forever. You know, the discovery of 3I/Atlas really feels like we're just reading the opening chapter of a brand new book. With powerful new observatories like the Vera C. Rubin Observatory coming online, we're about to go from finding one or two of these visitors to potentially finding thousands. So the question isn't just what else we'll learn from 3I/Atlas, but what cosmic secrets are waiting to be revealed by the next one, and the one after that. We're on the cusp of something amazing.